He was withdrawn. He was scared.
I had just entered a new school, and I was in 6th grade, and that's when it all started.
I guess the kind of whole thing stems around people calling him names.
From 2nd grade on, it was clear that he was being picked on by a couple of kids, and then when he moved on to the middle school.
Bullying is the persistent and repetitive aggressive interaction of two people, very often young people unfortunately, in a way that really reflects a power differential between the two people.
Bullying takes many, many forms. And I think sometimes people attribute bullying just to the physical bullying, which is one of the forms, which is that hitting, pushing, shoving, kicking, destroying a person's property.
Very often bullying occurs in a group setting. So the bully is in some ways trying to establish his or her leadership role in the group, while the person being bullied is effectively being marginalized or excluded from the group.
And then it started, well, I got hurt. Well, how did you get hurt? And then he was like, I don't want to say. And I said, it's okay. Just tell me how you got hurt.
He told his therapist that he wanted to kill himself. So then once that was said, and that's when it became a big deal to everybody else.
Everything kind of falls apart when you're so nervous and so anxious and you're so uncomfortable with learning. Your environment is so unsafe for you.
They made me feel stupid, worthless, ineffective. And of course, I know I'm nothing like that now, but.
The impacts on the victim are dramatic. We also see things in their performance and their behavior. So you'll start to see things like declining school performance. You may see them withdraw from their normal activities.
So I think any significant change in a student's behavior, withdrawal from school, not wanting to come to school, decline in grades and work level. Sometimes other kids will come and tell us that something's wrong.
Some of the seniors found out what was going on, and they started coming forward and saying things like, well, we thought something was going on, or we heard things, but we didn't really know.
Kids who see someone bullied and don't do anything about it actually feel pretty awful about it, and they may be the ones who come and talk about it the most, that they feel that they somehow let their friend down.
And they also carry with them, remorse and a sense of guilt that they didn't do anything about it, that they've let down a friend, or that they couldn't stand up for that friend.
One of the interesting elements that's come up with the internet and the whole virtual world is that it's allowed people the fantasy of distance.
The most pronounced change is the internet. The Facebook and cyberbullying has brought bullying to a whole new level. And it's actually a frightening level, and I think those of us who are in the field don't know where it's going to go.
Let them know you love them, help them build their self-esteem, and let them know that they have help. Simple as that. You have to talk about it.
I would say that intervene earlier than you think you need to.
They're not in it alone. They don't have to put up with it. There are ways of getting it resolved.
He knows now if anything happens, anything that's not right, he is to come to me, to tell me what's going on, and also to tell his teacher, tell the principal not to be afraid.
So May is, nationally, is Mental Health Awareness Month. And Magellan, in participation with that, has launched an initiative called Take Mental Health to Heart for May. And we've established a website, and we partnered with the JED Foundation to really begin the process of helping people understand the impact that bullying has on mental health for our communities.
I think this national campaign that everyone's on right now to stop bullying is important for a couple of reasons. Number one, a lot of kids are dealing with depression. So it's important that we kind of rally around these kids, let them know that they have help, they have support, that they're loved.
The JED Foundation is thrilled to be partnering with Magellan Health Services on this initiative. Magellan Health Services is one of the leading specialty healthcare companies in the world with a true expertise in behavioral health. And therefore, they are one of the absolute best partners for the JED Foundation in its efforts to promote emotional health and prevent suicide among young people, and specifically in the case of this initiative, to work to combat bullying in our communities.
So it starts with leadership, it starts with education, and it ends up with us all taking a part and planting that seed and making a difference and an impact in our communities.
You can help to stop bullying by planting a seed on takementalhealthtoheart.com and by sharing this with your friends, family, and community.
Well, I guess at the time I called myself a victim, but now I don't. I call myself a survivor because I survived it.